Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to September 11th special events team meeting. Just a reminder, this is an administrative function. City of Boise convenes all of the agencies and organizations that sign off on special events in our community, make sure that they're safe and fun for everyone. We do our part, event organizers do their part, and that adds to the fabric of our community. So just a reminder, no decisions are made here today. It's an opportunity for us to find out all the details about an event, for you to have everybody in one place to ask questions to, and so we can all be on the same page. I don't think we have anyone online today, so we will go ahead and do introductions around the table. My name is Maria Wague with the Office of Community Engagement here at the City of Boise. And we'll go to ACHD.
Tanya Motisi, Ada County Highway District.
Conrad McDaniel, Republic Services.
Vince Vergara, City of Boise Parking.
Jason Rose, Valley Regional Transit.
Summer Altieri, Boise Parks and Rec.
Camille Rogers, Ada County Paramedics.
Jesse Tappert, Boise Fire Prevention.
Cameron Colos, Boise Police Department.
Matthew Konvalinka, Boise Police.
Matt Sly, Boise Police.
Rachel Holford, City of Boise Emergency Preparedness.
Kelly Frank, City Clerk's Office.
Terrific, thank you. And then just a reminder to event organizers, we do use the mics because it's the way that the system picks up the sound. So let's start. YMCA Harrison Classic Kids Run. Fan favorite. Yeah, if you're not, Greg will come and help.
Thank you. We're anticipating around 1,250 kids under the age of 13, and this is our 39th anniversary. So about the Harrison Classic, we have organized the race for well over 35 years, and we encourage youth to get outside and be healthy. The goal is for these kids to participate, make new friends, and to get active. And then every participant will get a t-shirt, a medal, and then snacks from Go-Go Squeeze and Blue Sky Bagels. And this year we've partnered with Boise Rock School to bring out some of those children bands to play at the finish fair. So we're super excited about that. A little bit more engagement with the community as well on that. So we'll have the regular amenities at our finish fair. We'll have the bounce house, some snacks, music from Boise Rock School, and then our vendors. ICCU is our title sponsor for this race, so we're super excited to have them back. And then we'll have 3 free food trucks. We'll have Kona Shaved Ice, Super Bronco Mexican, and then the Euro Shack. So the course is starting on Good Street. We're going to line all the kids up by their age group on Good and some of 17th as well, which we'll see in the following slides. And then we'll bring out a group every 5 minutes. So they'll start at the top of Harrison by Hill Road and run down to Macaulay Park at the bottom where the finish line is. I know that's different from years past. We've just found that spacing is easier to use, and we don't impact Hill Road this way as well. So we're going to close the Harrison Boulevard from north to south starting at 2:45. The first race will be at 3. Those side streets will be closed a little bit before that from east to west, just so that we can start to close that traffic down and get that race started. Bogus Basin should not be impacted, as well as Hill Road should not be impacted either. And Harrison will be reopened no later than 4:30. So we will reopen Harrison Boulevard first, and then following, we will open those side streets once the flow of traffic has started on Harrison again. So the intersection plan is the same as last year and years prior. We'll have volunteers on each side street, as well as having those roads closed to ensure that there's no cars or pedestrians or bikes that get onto Harrison. And we want to make sure that those kids have a safe and fun run. So we will have around 100 volunteers at the start, finish, and on the course to ensure that there are no cars specifically on the road. And I know we're working with BPD to get some of those more structured road closures at the top and bottom of Harrison. So this is one of the amendments. It's a little hard to see for the TCP for this year. We're also going to close from Dora to Hill on 17th. We're going to use that for staging since we're anticipating more kids than last year. We want to have more space for staging. I know that was one of the issues we ran into, is we ran out of space last year. So we've closed a little bit more road in order to just have spacing for those groups. And then at the bottom, we're also going to have this area closed in even after Harrison reopens to have more of a finish area. There really should be very little impact, and we're going to talk with the people in those houses that would be impacted right there on, I believe, Hayes. So we're just going to make sure that there aren't cars around the kids, or if a kid does happen to step into the road, they aren't stepping into traffic. So we've amended our drop-off plan a little bit. If those parents aren't bringing their kids up to the registration tent, they will either be able to enter from Hill Road on 18th and drop off in that green zone, or come up 17th and drop in that green zone. Similar to the Capitol Classic, we'll have volunteers getting those kids out of the car and then bringing them to their appropriate age group, which will be very well marked and signed. We're also going to do at packet pickup, we're going to do a color on the front that indicates their age group. So if we have kids that are nonverbal or not wanting to share their age, we can still get them in the appropriate age group. So we're going to put out the signs on Harrison about 2 weeks before the race, just letting people know that the race will be happening. Similarly, we'll be going door to door on Harrison, letting those households know that the race is happening. We have a informational postcard that we're going to leave for them if we can't get someone to answer the door. We're going to ask them to park on some of those side streets so we can have all the cars off of Harrison. For our trash and recycle plan, I have recycle boxes and trash boxes that we're going to have out. And then that dumpster will be at the finish line. And that's pretty much it for me. We have the 1 mile run down Harrison, and we're super excited to have it back this year.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tanya.
Griffin, thank you. Great presentation as always. You're very organized, and I have everything I need at this point. You're just pending your traffic control review. So thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you.
Hi, Griffin. So on those boxes,
Mhm.
you have those on hand.
Yes.
You don't need to pick them up from me.
Nope. We have a lot of them, so we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm good. I need to finalize things with Ed, who's not on the call, correct? Okay. And then we'll be good to go. So as far as you're concerned, we're good.
Awesome. Thank you.
Griffin, thank you for all the information you gave me. We're good to go in parking. Thank you.
Perfect.
Griffin, no impacts to VRT routes. Looks like a good event. Thanks.
We're all set on our end. Thanks.
Awesome.
No questions for me.
Thanks, Griffin. Sounds like a pretty minimal setup. So just make sure the bounce house is adequately anchored according to the manufacturer's recommendations, and we should be good to go.
Perfect.
Thank you.
No, we're good. Thank you.
Nothing for me, thanks.
We're all set. Thank you.
Awesome.
Nothing from me. Thanks.
Awesome job. Just want to say, once we get that final traffic control plan, if we could get that shared with everybody, and then we'll get all of that put together. Outside of that, great job. Thanks for all the efforts in advance, and yeah, should be a great event.
Thanks, Griffin. Now I feel like you should have done the Halloween run too, just to make it worth your time coming down.
Oh, no, it's great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, yeah. If you need anything, let me know. Otherwise, yep, look forward to the Christmas run.
Yeah.
So we'll
Great.
see you in a few weeks.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for all your help. As always, I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Griffin. Next up, See Spot Walk. I keep threatening to get one of those like backpacks that you can put your cats in where their little heads peek out of the, like, so I can participate in this event, but
Those are my
almost everybody in my life
favorites.
has warned me away from that. I know, right? But every time I bring that up, it doesn't matter who in my life I'm around. They're like, we'll disown you. So it's fair.
All right, thanks everyone for having me. We are excited to host our 32nd annual C Spot Walk in Julia Davis Park again this year. It will be hosted in Julia Davis Park. It'll be on October 5th. Our start time for the festival will be at 10 a.m. and we will start our walk at 10:30 along the green belt, crossing over Friendship Bridge and returning back to the park. We will be setting up starting at 6 a.m. and we'll be clear from the park at 2 p.m. This is kind of just the run through of the event. We will plan to do our walk. Once we return from our walk, we'll have costume contests at the bandshell. And then after that, we will end the festival thanking everyone and begin cleanup. Here is the walk map. Like I kind of explained, we will leave Julia Davis Park along the Greenbelt, crossing over Friendship Bridge, returning on the BSU side of things, and then returning back to the park on the other side. The walk will be guided with volunteers along with IHS staff members, and then we also have Signal Security joining us for the event, and they will be joining us for the walk as well to just ensure that everyone stays on route and is safe. For the festival, this will be the layout. Each of the little boxes is our vendors. We will have 4 food trucks, the Rusty Dog, Empanadas, Tango's Empanadas, Slow River Coffee, and then Sugar Rush, which is an exciting addition this year. Marked as 1 will be our information lost children and also our first aid. Primary Health will be joining us this year as volunteers. They will have full staff. They have a nurse practitioner and 2 nurses that will be joining us for medical safety as well. We also have our portable toilets being delivered near the restrooms to ensure that we have the proper needs for that. And then our Signal Security, like I mentioned before, will also be around during the entire event to ensure safety. We are planning on having our animal control officers to handle the animals that will be at the park. And then water station will be provided for both the animals and also the people, with that being free to them. For marketing materials, we do have all of our online media along with radio stations and news stations. For trash and recycling, we have the boxes that I'm hoping to get, and then the trash cans as well. We have volunteers coming to help clean up before and after the event, and then we will also be getting the 3-yard recycling bin and the 8-yard trash bin on site to clean up. That is majority of this year's thoughts. We will be expecting around 3,000 participants in the festival and around 1,500 that will be walking.
Great. Thank you so much. Start with ACHD.
This happens outside of our right of way, so nothing needed. Thank you.
Good morning. So first of all, a question about placement of the dumpsters. I do not see it reflected on the map. I know the instructions say behind the band shell, which sounds simple enough, but come to find out, it could mean 2 different things. It could mean directly behind the band shell, off the access road, or it could be on the access road. So if you could please update your map to show where exactly that would be behind the band shell, that'd be great. And then, you mentioned 8-yard trash, 3-yard recycle. Last year it was 8-yard on both. So I just want to make sure that, because it's no problem to get you 8-yard for each.
We noticed last year that the recycling bin was primarily, it wasn't fully empty, but we didn't need as much as we did,
Okay.
as we had.
So I just want to make you aware that it's smaller than what you had last year.
Mhm.
Okay. Have you been in touch with Ed Graves about recycling, the Public Works?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll follow up with an email and include Ed Graves, and we just want to make sure that you're talking with the vendors and volunteers about proper recycling.
Okay.
And finally, the boxes, you'll expect to pick those up from my office, which is the west part of Boise. So plan on sending a volunteer out to collect those from me. We'll need them returned as well. Again, I'll put that in the email, but we still have those items to clear up. All right, thank you.
So we're set for you in parking. Everything's inside the park, so no need for public parking. Thank you.
Yeah, no impact to VRT service, so appreciate it.
Hi, we look forward to having you guys back for this event. I had two pieces. On Friday afternoon, you guys do have the park reserve. So if you want to come and set up or mark out your booths and stuff, you can, it's still booked, or let me know if you don't need it. And the other piece is where your porta potty is. If you could have that closer to the road, that would be really helpful for us.
Okay,
Because it's a
absolutely.
large truck that they have to drive out otherwise. So just those two pieces. The third, if you want to meet me and walk through the park, and if you have any questions, I know you've done this festival before, but in your role, if you have different questions, I can meet you. So
Okay, thank you.
other than that, thanks for bringing it back. I love this event.
Good morning. I'll send you an email just for a little bit of information on your medical, your contact person, and then like what equipment they'll have there. So I'll just send that to you and you can email us back.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning. Thank you. I see that you have your fire permit in already, so thank you for getting that done. Just to make sure your food trucks have their fire department inspections, they should have a green sticker, and maintain emergency access where they're parked there, especially during load in and load out. So thank you.
Yeah, same as Cameo. We'll have to firm up your medical plan. You're right on that borderline of having to enhance your medical service to your folks. As well as that, I'd like you to think about a mobile team for this event as well. Another thing that comes to mind with this is, have you guys ever considered having a veterinarian volunteer to do first aid there at your station?
We have not, but that's a good
Might be something to
suggestion.
consider. These are kind of, everybody's pets and things like that. Their family just might be something to really up your game for the
Mhm.
event, but something to think about. Cameo and myself, if you could contact us, let us know and firm up that medical plan, that would be great.
Thank you.
Nothing for me, thanks.
We're all good. Thank you.
All good. Thank you.
Good morning. We'll just wait for that final information on the medical plan, and then we'll put all this together and share it with any of the responders that are working that day. That way, if they do need to respond to your event, they know how to.
My biggest question is Slow River Coffee serving puppuccinos.
They're not. Unfortunately, we asked if they could and they said no.
All right. Yeah, everything looks good. Thank you for being so thorough. If you do need anything else, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll just continue to work through everything the next couple weeks. It's homecoming for Boise State that weekend. You guys most likely will be in and out before the majority of those festivities happen, but just a little bit of overlap with tailgaters and stuff. So just be mindful of that.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, City of Trees Marathon, welcome up. It's great to see you guys, and I'm glad you got the all black memo.
It's like the 5th grade spelling bee all over again. Okay. Whew. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you all. This is our City of Trees Marathon, half marathon, 10K and 5K, Saturday, October 12th. This is our third running of this marathon. This year we are expected to have 1,500 runners. And go ahead. This is a little bit about our background and the other races that we do and why we do what we do. Our kids running program is why we put on the bigger races in the community to support that. Thank you. Packet pickups for this marathon. Actually, we added another one on Tuesday, the 8th. It will be at Innovate in Meridian. Wednesday, the 9th, Shields in Meridian, Shoes Idaho Running Company on Thursday, the 10th, and Payette Brewing on Friday, the 11th. Neighborhood notification plan, notices on the green belt the week prior to the event, special event signs along Eckert Road, special event signs along Remington and East 52nd. Trash and recycle plan, we have a hired dumpster for Payette's property. And then we will put out trash boxes and marked recycling boxes all throughout our area. Course setup will start on Friday. They'll go out and flag the courses starting at 8:30 in the morning. They'll be out there all day. Saturday morning, we start at 4 a.m. mostly on the greenbelt marking, putting out the signs, the arrows, the flags. Runners arrive at 7 a.m. at Payette. 8 o'clock full marathon starts, 8:30 is the half, 9 o'clock is the 5K and 10K. All courses are on the greenbelt. All courses utilize live tracking. Safety and traffic. We have volunteers and staff to help monitor safety concerns within the event footprint. All volunteers are provided with orange shirts, special event signs. What? Oh, sorry. Communications. Race directors will utilize cell phones and text messaging threads. Aid stations will utilize what 3 words during emergencies. They will have, each aid station has specific instructions available to them with those words on there and GPS coordinates. Race directors will also utilize handheld radios around the start finish areas. Aid stations, I believe we have 12 on this one, roughly every 2 miles on the marathon course, on all the courses. Can you do that?
Full marathon is going to head down towards Barber Park. Yeah, we're kind of navigating around a little bit of construction around that bridge. So we'll come back across to the north side and then return to Payette right about the halfway mark. And then we'll take a look at them there with our medical people and make sure they're good to go from the second half. Second half, we'll take off towards Garden City, make it almost all the way to Eagle, and then they'll turn around and come back utilizing the north side of the river through Willow Lane at that area, and then return back to Payette on the north side. Half marathon uses the second half of the marathon course, just out using the south side of the Greenbelt all the way out to Garden City and back, and then we'll come across to the north side for the return back to Payette. The 10K course will utilize the full marathon course, kind of an out and back, again, missing that construction area on that bridge. Same with the 5K course. We're trying to put half the runners on one side, half the runner to keep it pretty thin on the Greenbelt.
This is the Payette Brewing map, start finish. I believe there are 11 vendors and 4 food trucks. We have the dumpsters and the porta potties on the side towards the back there. Runner drop off. Parking is anywhere. And we will have the Payette parking lot will open in the orange areas. We will close that off until 10 o'clock. They're opening their doors at 10 o'clock and we will open up that side of the parking lot for them after. Food vendors, walking tacos, and they have a green sticker, Mountain Berry Bowls, Holy Oleos, and Funky Soul Coffee. And then all the other vendor booths. Will not be using any City of Boise parking. Participants park on your own. That is it.
Thank you. Very
you.
comprehensive. Tanya?
As we've previously discussed, most of this takes place on the Greenbelt, and you guys are working on finalizing your law enforcement escorts for anything that does impact our right of way. So we'll just keep in contact about that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I saw just before the meeting started, you emailed over the permission from Payette, so thank you. Check that off. That map, I did not see that on your application. If I could get a copy of it, that'd be great. Now, the dumpsters, have they been ordered?
Mhm.
Okay. How would I find those? Are those just at 733 Pioneer or
Yes.
that it'd be on that account? Okay. And then,
Oh, wait,
the
wait, wait,
event
what does that
box,
mean?
I'm sorry?
What does that mean?
Well, you asked permission from Payette to
From
bring
Payette.
in your
Mhm.
own dumpsters.
Mhm.
So did you call us on the customer service line to order them? Because I haven't seen anything.
Oh, no,
come
we
through.
called, there's a private delivery from Nampa called Go Idaho Dumpsters.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to have offline conversation.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay. Boxes and cans, the equipment you'll spread around the footprint.
Mhm.
You have those on hand or you need to
Mhm.
borrow those?
We have some.
You do
We
have
have a
those
lot,
on?
yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then I won't worry about that.
Okay.
And we'll just talk a little more offline.
Okay.
So thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for the presentation. Nothing needed from us in parking. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Nothing needed from VRT. Looking forward to the event.
You guys cruised through this one. See? Not Band-Aid. Nothing from us right now. Thanks for working around the Logger Creek Bridge. That's so fun. So guys, thanks.
Thank you.
And I also have your cart passes, so I can give those to you after the meeting. Okay, maybe after then.
Thank you.
Remind me who's doing your medical?
Victory.
Victory. And they have a mobile team, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. If you haven't already, which you may have, could you send over that contract to the special events email?
Yes.
Perfect.
Nothing from fire prevention. Thank you.
Yeah, just when you get the contract, if you would send that over so we can see what your services definitely will be. We'll go from there.
I think I'm all set. Thanks.
Hi, can you confirm for me where you're crossing the roadway?
It's where Greenbelt comes out of Barber Park and it crosses almost immediately in a crosswalk and jumps the road onto the Greenbelt. It kind of follows a Greenbelt down, I think it's River Run Road.
Okay. And that's the only spot in the city of Boise? Okay. And I think we had a conversation as well. Were you able to get a hold of Garden City?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're working through that.
Yeah, just make sure you get a hold of them.
I have nothing further. Thank you.
Hi, great to see you guys again. Thank you so much. We had a safety and security meeting and worked through the majority of this. So thank you for continuing to work on those items that we identified to include considerations for that traffic control plan. And then, yeah, if you can send us the contract for medical, we should be good to go. So good job.
I don't have anything else either. The health department did say that they emailed you to remind you to send their notification of event, just so they are aware of it. But we have time to take care of that. So if you need anything, let me know.
Thank you.
Great. Great job, you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
All right. And Kelly, it looks like you've got a couple events you're still waiting for approval on. Is there anything specific you're waiting on?
Nothing specific, just this week is a busy week, obviously for everyone, probably the biggest event week with two of the large festivals happening. So we do have time for the Fit One and the Open Streets event, but if anybody is missing something and having communication issues, please let me know if I can help round up anything. So
Great. And I don't see Global World Festival. Are you still waiting on information from them?
yeah,
Will
that
you
is
send me an
coming
updated
along.
list of what you're waiting on?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I saw we had some stuff come in, but if you would send me a list of what's still outstanding. Great. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Anything else for the good of the order? Have a great day. This may have been our quickest. Very efficient. Great job, event organizers too.